This is Gerardo Del Real live from the 2023 Beaver Creek Precious Metal Summit. Joining me today is the CEO of Barksdale Resources, Mr. Rick Trotman. Rick, it's great to see you in person. How are you?
It's wonderful to be here. It's fantastic. Nice sunny day here in Beaver Creek.
Well, listen, I saw you last year, and last year the conversation centered around, we're almost there, Gerardo, we're almost there. It's years in the making, but we're almost there. And of course, what I'm referring to is the permit that will allow you to finally drill out this exciting land package that you have.
Yep.
That permit now is in hand. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's only 4.5 years in the making, my friend. So, yeah, we got that permit late last week, and it's a fantastic feeling. And just having it done and behind us is wonderful. So, come tomorrow, we're going to start mobilizing equipment and doing some of that preparatory work. That way, in a couple of days, when the drill rigs roll in, we're ready to start turning.
Well, let's get right into what it is that you're looking for, because what you're looking for has the potential to be big, right?
Exactly.
And we're seeing a lot of interest from majors, from strategics here at the conference, wanting to position in large, scalable copper assets, right?
Yep.
You could be on the verge of potentially extending, which is what it would be, right?
Yep.
Like one of what's already the largest deposits in the United States as it relates to copper.
Yeah.
And so you want to talk a little bit about the analog and the neighbor?
I would love to. I would love to. So, I mean, right next door, we have the world's largest carbonate replacement deposit. And if it's not the largest, it's one of the largest. And then we have our property immediately adjacent. That deposit keeps on going, right? We have evidence from the 1980s that show that the high-grade core of that deposit keeps on trucking and is probably heading towards that Sunnyside porphyry that we have on our side of the fence. And so the goal is to start drilling around the old drill holes and start marching our way closer and closer to that porphyry, where we expect the grades, especially on the copper front, to start to elevate. Hopefully continuity gets better, and you get this big, thick, massive skarn, hopefully pressed up against that porphyry deposit. And so that's the goal. That's where we're going to start. Probably have one rig for the first couple of weeks, bring the second rig in as soon as the crew is available for it. And then, we'll start talking about our targets specifically and how we'll tackle them, what they look like in 3D, what the size potential is on all of them as soon as we start turning.
Let's talk about the prep work that goes into selecting those drill targets, right? And vectoring into that high-grade core that you're looking to vector towards.
Yep.
It's the least appealing part of exploration for most people. It's also probably the single most important part of exploration if you're going to make a significant discovery. What kind of work has the team done to define the targets, to really understand the mineralization as much as you can without being able to drill it?
Yeah, so the great thing is that this property was drilled historically. So back in the 1970s and 80s, Asarco, big company at the time, had the project. They drilled a number of holes, both in kind of these shallow chalcocite copper blankets that are near surface, a bunch of breccia pipes that are present on the property, and then ultimately they drilled that porphyry, so there are holes there, and then they have several holes into the carbonate replacement zone. On top of that information, we have a lot of public information from next door, where Arizona Mining, who was a publicly listed company, had to present all of that data to the public. And so we've been able to take a lot of that data and use it to really build out an impressive computer model of all the geology, and it allows us to interpret what we think is going on, right? And when you have one of these carbonate replacement deposits, think of it like the porphyry is the palm of your hand, and these carbonate replacements kind of radiate like fingers out from that palm. We know we have one big fat finger, right? And we're in it. And then when you're in it, it's easy to trace it back towards the source. If you're out of it, it's hard to find it. The hardest part, as Peter McGaw would say, is getting into that zone, and then you can really start tracing it. So we have an advantage because we're already in it and we know where to go. And so that's where, our current situation sits. You've got this great model, lots of data. Now we just got to start the truth machine.
Truth machine mobilizing tomorrow.
Yep.
Looking forward to it, Rick. Congrats again, and hopefully the next time you and I talk publicly, I'm congratulating you on a discovery.
Oh, that'll be fantastic, my friend.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.